This is a collective reading for July 2021. We're going to start with mind, body, and soul messages. In the space of the mind, we received a 7 of Swords, a 6 of Cups, and a 6 of Swords. Here are the messages for your mind. I release thoughts and perceptions of myself and or my narrative that do not encourage my continued growth, healing, expansion, and ascension. I understand that these negative thought patterns are of the ego, formed from prior trauma experiences, likely developmental, for protection or survival. For that alone I say, thank you, ego, for protecting me in that fragile time. However, moving forward, I declare that I do not need this thought pattern, this shield, these weapons, because I no longer fear what my ego was protecting me from. Rejection, abandonment, failure, disappointment, despair. Imagine this hand as the ego, clutching these 5 swords to protect itself from the perceived threat of these 2 undrawn swords, only to cut open its own palm in doing so. Many times the thoughts and actions of an unchecked ego perpetuate the feelings and experiences you were trying to protect yourself from in the first place. I release and surrender this battle against myself. I am lovable. I am worthy. I try my best, knowing I am capable. I forgive myself and others. I wish for their healing and stay attentive and accountable for mine. I am brave and I am proud of myself. Thank you. In the space of the mind, we received a 5 of Wands, the High Priestess, and a 7 of Cups. Here are the messages for your body. Body is vessel, environment, and context. When I'm experiencing heightened emotions of conflict and confusion, I practice the art of detach and observe. There I can respectfully allow my feelings to exist and flow, and I can compassionately observe the dissonance between the occurrence and my reaction. That is where I can identify the trigger and then continue to resolve these patterns by addressing my response to myself. When my environment is flooded with conflict, chaos, confusion, and illusion, I give myself permission to disengage. I can take a quiet moment with myself. I can choose peace. I release myself from the need to justify or prove myself to anyone. I release myself from the slippery slope of projection and mirrors that it is to judge another. I am an autonomous spirit that is also a part of the brilliant mapping of universal energies that make up the collective consciousness. Thank you. In the space of the soul, we received the Emperor, Justice, and a 5 of Swords. Here are the messages for your soul. I declare my autonomy by communicating my decisions, plans, or needs directly and transparently, with fairness and respect to all parties. I do not need to participate with manipulation or gaslighting, nor do I need to call it out or retaliate against it. My focus is on my energy, my efforts, my intentions, and my understanding that karma doesn't miss anyone. And if it ain't mine, it ain't my business. Thank you. Now moving on for additional messages that I saw from these in a 9-card spread. I saw numbers represented 2 through 8 consecutively. I'm going to start with the major arcana on the table. That's number 2, the High Priestess, number 8, the Justice card, and number 4, the Emperor. The 8, however, in Roman numeral, can be broken up to a 3 and a 5, in which case this reads 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll read these together. I see this as the balancing of an inner high priestess with the outer emperor, the inner feminine with the outer masculine, inner knowing with the exterior confidence to present it. Okay? And this is beyond the need or desire to judge others, as well as beyond the validation of others. Don't need to judge, because that's the universe's work. Thank you. Two, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5. 6, 6. 7, 7. Let's break these down by numbers. The number 5 is challenges that lead to change or a freedom. In the space of the soul, we have a 5 of swords, and in the space of the body, we have a 5 of wands. And the way that I see this is that the body is registering signals. It's creating instinctual signals for what the soul knows or recognizes. And in this case, I do see it as recognizing manipulation, gaslighting, toxicity in general. And overall, it's recognizing it and then swerving on it. Good. Moving on to 6s. Both 6s are in the mind. That's great, because 6s are harmony, love and relationships, and healing. So with a 6 of cups and a 6 of swords, I get a big message about forgiveness. And this is the forgiveness to others, forgiveness to the self, letting the past be the past. Also, by allowing yourself the space to heal and the space to be new, there's also a virtue of allowing and hoping for that for others also. To not hold on to these ideas, and basically out of the idea you wouldn't want that done to you. Okay, you don't want others to kind of just keep you encapsulated in the way you used to be or the way you were before. We all have the opportunity to grow and heal. So as you allow yourself the opportunity to grow and heal and to move forward, grant that to others as well. But also, other people's healing is not your business, right? Other people's healing, other people's karma, it is not your business. Okay, thank you. So you focus on what you can control, your reactions, choices, and behaviors, how you treat yourself and others, and the underwear you put on that beautiful butt. Just a little joke, lighten the mood. Okay, 7s. 7 and 7. I have a 7 of swords in the mind and a 7 of cups in the body. Okay? 7s are a number that talk about intellect, meta thinking, and that leads to personal growth and a personal evolution within spirituality. Okay? So with the Seven of Swords in the mind and a Seven of Cups in the body, external conflict and chaos may create feelings of confusion and delusion because you are holding on too tightly to a perspective, opinion, or conviction. Okay, so it's a challenge to it. And the thing about your inner truth, and something to accept also, is that as an ever-evolving being, your truth also evolves. You have to allow your perspective to be challenged if in the case you find that there is a truth that is more fitting and that represents the way in which you are continuously evolving. Thank you. I also wrote down, now is an optimal time to understand and accept that you do not know everything. Yeah, I really liked hearing that too. So those are the messages that I got from that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me continue. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Back with the 8. Justice. Balance. Fairness. It's that old virtue, that golden rule. Treat others how you would wish to be treated. Factoring in with autonomy. It's not just, okay, there's the balance with you want to treat others the way that you would want to be treated. There's an inverse to that to consider for my overgivers out there, for my excuse makers out there, for my self-deprecating self-blamers out there. Treat yourself how you wish to be treated. Treat yourself how you want people to treat you. It's just another thing to consider. It's also, I feel like it's just another part of that golden rule, and one that should be addressed first. Okay, thank you. Should I get clarifiers? Get a couple. I want to know more. I'm going to use the Aquarian Tarot. I would like to know more about the Seven of Swords, about hanging on. It's a risk to hang on to it. However, I have a feeling that it is about hanging on to a conviction or perceptions of yourself or of a situation that stand to be challenged. Now, just because they're challenged doesn't mean that they'll be changed. That's the decision for you, the inner high priestess. Okay? I know more about this Seven of Swords. Please have more information about the Seven of Swords. The nature of this Seven of Swords. Thank you. The Five of Pentacles. That's tough. That's tough. And the reason it's tough is because with the Five of Pentacles, it's holding on to a perception that things, it's like holding on to this I can't, it'll never happen type of energy. Hanging on to maybe a sense of expecting the worst. And going back to this idea, should I get more specific? Okay. Kind of having this idea in the mind that something you are trying to achieve, you will be unsuccessful. A relationship, a business endeavor, something to do with your finances. Just ultimately that doom is impending. And that's something that the ego is hanging on to. So why does the ego hang on to this idea? It's trying to protect you from the pain of something not working out, when actually putting that energy towards it has a tendency to make something not work out. I think that's pretty straightforward. So then going down the line, looking, that is ultimately, that's something that you have to confront head on. And take the chance to move away from it, to heal it. There's a lot of tenderness to the self. Forgiveness. I think that there's forgiveness for the ways that others have treated you and how you've treated yourself in this regard. Perhaps how you've treated other people too. It's okay. You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to progress. You are not only allowed, you are encouraged to succeed. There's this overwhelming sense when I look at the High Priestess of reminding of the absolute perfect design of the universe. You should not try to fight that. There was something more that I wanted to say, but I got a little lost. Excuse me. I'll come back to it if I need to. May I please know more about Five of Wands? So there's conflict. Conflict, and the conflict may be a result of you hanging on to the idea that maybe something's not going to work out anyways. And that could be a source of why conflict comes up. With the Six of Rods. Okay. Don't be scared to try. Okay, because there's triumph in trying. There's triumph in facing the fear. There's triumph in looking what is scaring you right in the face. What is that called? Self-fulfilling prophecy? Well, self-fulfilling prophecy works on both ends of the scale. If you continuously put, negative energy to an outcome, thinking that it's going to turn out worst case scenario, and then it does, it could be because that's the energy that was being put towards it. If you put the energy towards this is going to be a success, that could also be the energy that comes from it. And if you say, this is going to be a success, this is going to be a success, and it turns out that it isn't, it doesn't mean that you as a whole person is a failure. means that that wasn't the right situation to succeed. That there's another situation that's meant to succeed. Okay? Finding success in all situations is a skill of the I don't want to say flexible mind, but a skill of the highly attuned mind that trusts in divine order. Okay, thank you. This one landed right on top of the Seven of Cups, so we will clarify the Seven of Cups, the mixed emotion, the confusion, maybe an overwhelm of tasks, overwhelm of things to do, overwhelm of choices, and just in general, a lot of mixed emotions, all flooding in at the same time, creating a stall and difficulty in deciphering. It's something that distracts you. I feel like this is even a distraction or multiple distractions that distract you away from your inner knowing and your inner voice. Queen of Swords is here to get you together. To get you together. Queen of Swords is asking you to, take a logical perspective. Take a logical perspective of something. And to clearly look at your intention. The intention of what you would like to pursue, what you would like to achieve, how you would like to feel. She's not given that credit. But the Queen, as far as pre-High Priestess energy, as I talk about in my Feminine Archetypes video, pre-High Priestess energy is the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. They have to become in harmony with one another. And when they do, they equal the High Priestess, the direct line between the head and the heart. Okay? The resolved mind knows how to accept the messages from the heart. The soul communicates to the mind through the heart. The Queen of Swords is not there to berate or demean the heart. The Queen of Swords is there to accept the messages from the heart and clearly discern the physical world around it. Okay, thank you. The Lovers and the Seven of Rods. So I have another 7 on the table, and I got it. Hold on. I got another 5, 6, and 7. So now I have 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7. The Lover's card is a number 6 also. This is the harmonizing of the masculine and feminine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The harmonizing, the marrying, okay, of the masculine and feminine. Overcoming adversity with the seven of rods. Overcoming adversity, overcoming obstacles that are of the self or reflected in the exterior. Usually when obstacles are reflected in the exterior, or are present in the exterior, it's because they are reflective of obstacles that you harbor within yourself. The Seven of Rods represents the ability to overcome those, to rise above those, to stand in your power against those, knowing, standing in your inner truth, believing in yourself and having motivation to overcome these obstacles, knowing that you are capable. This is beautiful. It's all lining up. Relax. It's all lining up. If you feel stress and tension, that stress and tension is there to reveal a stress and tension that's within you that needs to get resolved and addressed. And you can do it. There's no doubt in my mind that these cards with all these number signifiers are telling me, yes, you can. You are on the right path and you're doing it. You're actively doing it right now. Good. Okay, great. I'm going to get some. Just kidding. I'm going to get some animal oracles. Just a little joke, lightening up the mood. Animal oracles for us. May I please have 2? Animal oracle. Canary spirits, sing your own song. Number 12. Breaks down to a 3. 1, 2, 3. Sing your own song. It's like don't be afraid to be you, and you will when you be you and sing out your song authentically, you have the ability then to bring in authentic connections because you are being true to yourself. If you be maybe a edited, altered, toned down version of yourself for people pleasing, you will have connections, but they will not be as deep and connected as what your soul is likely urging you to be able to engage in, what your soul really truly craves. You can't attract those types of relationships until you are authentically singing your own song. And I do want to say it is possible to continue your growth while you're in a relationship. Everybody has their own path. It's actually quite a beautiful thing when that happens. So shout out to my evolving pairs out there. Love y'all. One more, please. Thank you. Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. Well, trust in divine detours and trusting that spirit always has a plan, right? It's number 16, and that breaks down to a 7. So I'll read from the book. Canary spirits, sing your own song. Canary spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine, as Canary spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. Protection message. Are you suppressing your true voice, perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want to hear instead of your own? You create a cage around your life when you express only what you think will help you fit in and get what you want, or get what you think you want. Are you hiding the real you, telling a safe story about yourself to others because you are afraid they will think you are too different if they knew the truth? Canary spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful new experiences that arrive, as if by magic, once you open your own cage door and fly free. Canary Spirit is cheering for you and wants you to know you are safe and loved. Find your voice and have the courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. Beautiful, thank you. And then number 16, Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or just disappears into thin air, as if you've been tricked? Coyote Spirit's trickster energy is designed to bring you into situations to teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success. A need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Perhaps you are revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life you are intending to co-create, being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. Coyote Spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the form of your desires. Even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote Spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. Protection message. Sometimes a goal is so enticing and alluring that you lose your footing in the pursuit. You begin to fixate on capturing the prize, whether it be an opportunity you've always wanted, a relationship with that elusive someone, or the promise of that big break. Coyote Spirit warns you that this trickster energy seducing you now will yield nothing but disappointment and unnecessary heartache if you let yourself be fooled. Great Spirit wants the best for you. So when your plans go topsy-turvy, know that Coyote Spirit is present to protect and bless you. Listen to her gentle warning not to take the world too seriously or become too attached to the form and timing of your desire. Something better is beckoning. If you learn your lesson and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see that crooked through the path. It will not be long before you see that crooked through the path. That's as though. I'm so sorry. If you learn your lesson and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see that crooked though the path may have been, you were on the right one all along. Crooked though the path may have been. Thanks, Colette. Those are your messages. I hope that you got something from that. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your July, and I'll see you soon.